Beauty becomes beautiful when the grace is also added. नित्यानंदेश्वर समारंभां नित्यानंदेश्वरी मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis sitting with us all over the world through Nityananda TV, Lotus News Channel, Janashri TV, Ishwar TV, and through two-way video conferencing, having Nayanadiksha in 32 cities in many countries around the world. Cities sitting with us in two-way video conferencing. Los Angeles, Arunachalam, Chorpatti, Nepal, Singapore, Singapuram, Nityananda Dhyanapeetham, Haridwar, San Jose, Madurai, Ohio, Prayag, Nityananda Nagaramu, Hyderabad, Toronto, Kailasam, Nepal, and Kuala Lumpur, Palani, Seattle, Chidambaram, Houston, Kalahasti, Ohio, Prayag, Kulim, Tiruttani, Bangalore Center, Thiruvanmiyur, Chennai, Dubai, Vaidyanatham, Nityananda Nagaramu, Hyderabad, San Jose, Madurai, High Point, North Carolina, Warrington, UK, Hong Kong, Sirgari, Belgium, Dhyanapeetham, London, Kashi, New York, Varanasi, Mexico City, Port Washington, New York, Santa Fe, New Mexico, Vancouver, Bhubaneswar, Charlotte, Srisailam, next, Mumbai, Mulund, Andheri, Mumbai, Andheri, Hyderabad, Gupta Kashi, Uttarahalli, Dhyanapeetham, Oman, Sivagangai, Winston, Salem. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Today, I'll expand on how causing others' reality completes you. Completion happens in you in causing others' reality. Before that, the 8th day of the Rajarajeshwari Brahmotsavam, Devi is gracing on Swarna Shipika Vagana, means on the golden palki. Today Devi is going to have Rathotsava on the 33 feet tall Swarna Ratha. So she is getting ready in the Swarna Shipika Vagana. I'll continue with the satsang. causing others' reality. Please understand. Causing others' reality is not a sacrifice. Be very clear. It is neither a sacrifice nor moral value. I am not talking from the context of moral value to cause others' reality. Be very clear. I wanted to put this on record. All my teachings should be presented with context, and I don't want to own it or have a copyright over it, but just for the sake of not losing the context, I wanted it to be protected. Causing others' reality, if you do it from the right context, right reason, you will be just radiating enlightenment. Understand? More and more you think about misunderstood you. Please listen. You cannot understand you, you can only experience you. So any conceptualization, intellectual understanding, any way you try to grasp you, it will always be misunderstanding. All trying to grasp you will be misunderstanding. Understand? You should know law of life. One of the biggest misunderstanding happens in your life is you trying to grasp you not being comfortable with vast you, the beautiful you, amazing you not celebrating that extraordinary you and trying to grasp you is the original sin. You trying to grasp you is the original crime. I wanted all our Gurukul kids to know, listen here, don't try to create an image about you, even though the vast you are not able to hold it or grasp it. See, the vast you, naturally what happens? You feel like, wow, ah. So naturally what you try to do, for your comfort's sake, you define you through your mother's eye, through your father's eye, through your teacher's eye, through your friend's eyes. You need to know, today I have a lesson for Gurukul kids, still who have not completely developed you. See, you completely develop an idea, the whole frame gets complete or becomes a stone only when you are 21. That's a good news for you guys. See, when you are 7, 8, it starts getting formed through water, kind of a water. And by 14, 15, it becomes ice. Only by 21, it becomes stone. So still, my Gurukul kids, you can break the ice very easily. Try to be comfortable with your vast you, the undefined you, unidentified you. Nothing wrong. Be a daughter. I am not saying don't be a daughter. Be a daughter to your mother. Be a student to your teacher. Be a friend to your friend. But be you to you. Be undefined you to you. This is for the Gurukul kids. For the grown-up people, for whom already the mist I has become a stone, means you trying to grasp you. It is like when you try to catch the air, you will jump here, there and catch some dust flying in the air, and you will be imagining you caught the air in your hand, but it is not the air, the dust flying in the air, you caught it. Same way, when you try to come to a conclusion, an idea, identity about you, when you jump, you will just catch some missed eye, wrong eye. With that wrong eye, you hold on to you and you think you got you. You got you. If you are already created an eye about you, you have to be very clear about the truth. It is a lie. Any eye you carry about you, even if you think you are God, it is wrong. You are not expected to think you are God. You are expected to experience you are God. The great truth, Nityanandoham, I am Nityananda, is not to be thought about, it is to be experienced. Thinking is allowed from the context of experience. Listen. Any identity you created, any I you created, it is wrong identity. The more and more you think about your identity, you will enter into more and more incompletion. The more you think about I, the more and more incompletion you will create. Listen. Any identity you create, the more and more you think about it, you remember it, it will lead to more and more incompletion. The only way to loosen the power of your identity over real you is causing others' reality. When you start causing others' reality, when you start working, causing others' reality, suddenly you will see you develop certain kind of a grace. Please understand. The way you maintain your skin and the shape is beauty. The way you maintain you is grace. I am not saying don't be beautiful. I am saying be graceful also. Go on causing others reality. I tell you, whenever you feel stuck, this is the five stone I am giving you. In Mahabharata you can see Krishna gives 5 stones to Arjuna once and Draupadi once, and he tells them, whenever you are in a mess, you are in a trouble, you are stuck, you are not able to handle things further, you want solution, see this, you will get an answer. I can give you all this great talisman, Tayattu, which solves all your problems whenever you are stuck, whenever you feel suffocated. Actually, many of you are stuck in many places. The day you all learn liberated thinking, you will be causing thousands of lives into inner awakening and liberated thinking. I am really telling you, if you carry the grace, just if you walk around, people will talk to you and follow you and listen to you. Authentic, sincere decision to cause others reality, to be a catalyst for others reality, brings certain grace in you, a groundedness in you, a stability in you. I tell you, that stability adds grace to your beauty. Beauty becomes beautiful when the grace is also added. I know many of you are stuck somewhere here and there. Somebody is stuck in the job, not able to move further. Somebody is stuck with some sickness, not able to get healthy. Somebody is stuck in some relationship, neither able to make it work, nor able to break. Some people are stuck with some failures, neither able to let go it, nor able to digest. Somebody is stuck with some. So many people stuck. I can give you all guys one talisman in which in golden sheet it is written, be a catalyst for others' reality. I can give it secretly to you, you can wear in the hip. Only whenever you are in a mess, you just take it out and secretly read without anybody's knowledge and turn it and put it. The word written on that will be a catalyst for others' reality. I am really telling you, whenever you sit as a group and be a catalyst for others' reality. Your visualization ability, feeling ability, the power of words, power of thinking, power of feeling, power of living, everything will expand. From tomorrow, the theme for the morning Sangha meeting should be being catalyst for others' reality. No one will try to discipline other. Everyone will try to be catalyst for others' reality. Wherever the Sangha meeting is happening, put a big board. Let us all be a sincere catalyst to others' reality. Let us ask everyone, what is really you want to cause? Please understand, even if the other person has some immature reality, that is what you want to cause. If you approach it with the love you carry will have the smell of the ultimate reality. Simply the moment he receives your love, he will change his programming from immature reality to ultimate reality. That is the exact way all you college boys and girls, I made you guys as Advaitis. You guys were born with the idea that I want to be Advaiti. All you college kids saying hi, bye. Drr, brr. Came to me with all kinds of immature realities. I know some people are here as sannyasis who came to me asking for the blessing. I am seeing a girl, you bless me that I should get married to the same girl. The love with which I said Tathastu, that Tathastu is not only for his immature reality, it is coming from my matured ultimate reality. Because it is coming from such a ultimate reality, with that love when it entered to that guy, he fell in love with that Tathastu. And he forgot for what he got Tathastu. And he just fell for the Tathastu. Understand? So when somebody has an immature reality, don't be angry with them. Don't hate them. With your tremendous sincere love, being a catalyst, decide to cause their reality. Food and love does not go alone. Both of them always go with the thoughts with which they are given. Food and love does not go alone. They always go with the thoughts with which they are given. That is why I tell you, if you want to make somebody a devotee, give the temple prasad. That prasad will work on them. They will simply become devotees. That is what exactly ISKCON people do. Krishna prasad goes first, Krishna comes next. By the time prasad reaches the stomach, Krishna sits in the heart. Because prasad is the vehicle through which Krishna enters into you. Food does not go alone. Same way, love does not go alone. That is why I am telling you, love of an enlightened being, an incarnation, the person who is established in the ultimate reality, is the best thing can happen in your life. Because his love does not enter into you just as an emotion. It enters into you as enlightenment. You also be very clear. This guy wants to cause some immature reality. How can I be the sincere catalyst for his immature reality? No. With a lot of love, sincerely try to be catalyst. By the time you go near him, you try to be catalyst. Your love and your intensity, your intention is so beautiful, graceful, he will catch the fire. It is by my love I made ultimate reality as a goal for all of you. Otherwise, what do you guys know about ultimate reality? How many of you have come to me asking for ultimate reality? No one. You came to me with leg pain. I showed you to the right path to walk. You came to me with eye pain. I showed you, I gave you the right vision. You come to me with your immature reality only, no doubt. But I do not judge you or hate you. You are asking such ordinary, immature reality from me as a boon. I am sitting here with ultimate reality. No. With the love, sincerely, I try to be authentically being a sincere catalyst for what do you want to cause as reality. As I said, my love as a high level content of ultimate reality. I should put a sign, warning, this love contains high level, authentic reality, ultimate reality. If you drink this love, you will naturally start getting into the idea of ultimate reality. On our prasad also we should put warning. This food will make you a devotee. Please understand, today this is the homework for everyone around the world. All over the world, all of you, sit with your Sangha. You see, each one of you will have your Sangha, means your family, the office team with which you are working, your subordinates, the people who are involved in your business. Invite all of them, sit with your Sangha. And many of you may have our Sangha also. All your Sanghas put together is our Sangha, that's all. Sit with your Sangha and our Sangha. Take time. Call them all for a chai pe charcha. Call them all. Sit with your Sangha. You be sincerely catalyst for others' reality. Tell yourself, I'll be a sincere catalyst for others' reality. You tell the whole group. And commit to them, you will be causing everyone's reality. Inspire them also to think, to be a catalyst for others' reality. Spend half an hour, plan, think sincerely, how can you be the catalyst for others' reality, and sincerely start taking steps for it, towards it. The more and more steps you take to cause others' reality, I tell you, don't even expect he should be grateful to you if you cause his reality. Actually, when you start causing others' reality, you become so matured, you grow up so much. You become so fulfilled. Causing others' reality, for example, if you are sincere catalyst for 10 people's reality, you will have the fulfillment of living 10 lives. You will have the completion that you lived 10 lives. You will not take any more birth. You will straight away enter into the complete completion, ultimate completion. Why do you think I am saying I will not take one more birth? Because I am overwhelmingly completed by living all your lives, by being a sincere catalyst for all your lives. I am overwhelmingly completed by making all of you joyful. I am joyful so many multiple lives level. By bringing completion to all of you, so many multiple life level I am complete. By bringing completion into you all, so many multiple levels I am complete. When I cause fulfillment to thousands of you, I am complete, as if I have taken thousands of janmas and enjoyed all these things. This completion to so much level, in so many multiple layer of quality and quantity, that is what I call Nitya Nitya Ananda. When I cause health to millions of you, I feel I lived millions of lives healthy. When I cause wealth to millions of you, I feel I lived millions of lives wealthy. When I cause fulfillment to millions of you, I feel I lived millions of life with fulfillment. So understand, when you cause something to thousands of people, millions of people, you will have layers and layers and layers and layers of fulfillment and completion. A sannyasi should be having at least 1,000 layers of completion and fulfillment. Only then he has enough bank balance. The amount of completion and fulfillment you established is the bank balance, a real bank balance you have in the life. My Gurukul kids should start this. When you are a kid, start this. All the kids, Gurukul kids, especially Krama Brahmacharis and Brahmacharinis, now itself you should build this lifestyle. Anything anybody asks, give it away. Whatever you have, if somebody says beautiful, nice, can I have? Please have it. No, start this. You may think, no, then I cannot have anything. That is okay. That is okay. Of course, anything which belongs to Sangha, you can't do anything. It's not yours. But anything is yours, given to you as yours. And anybody asks, always give away. I tell you, I grew up with this pattern. I grew up with this lifestyle. I should not use the word pattern for it. Lifestyle. It gives you courage, feeling wealthy. All my kids, especially Krama Brahmacharis and Brahmacharinis. Of course, for the adult Brahmacharis and Sannyasis, it's a lifestyle. You have to do it. You have to live this way only. No question of having an idea, something belongs to me. Not only in the material level, even in the word, thinking, feeling, living level. If your body has energy to move and give a square meal to somebody, you have to do it. When they ask, it is no more yours, give. When your words are capable of giving a solution or the completion or some consoling word and somebody is asking, it is no more yours, give. Understand. Take this aparigraha to the next level. when your emotions, heart has a capability to give love, and somebody is asking, it is no more yours, give. When you are thinking has the ability to cause somebody's reality and they are asking, it is no more yours, you have no right to say no, cause their reality. When your life has a capability to cause what they want and they are asking, it is no more yours, cause it. Go to the extreme of causing others reality, you will experience multiple layers of completion. Not just one completion which you sit in the night before sleeping 10 to 10:30 and brooding over that completion, or looking at the mirror and planning for tomorrow I will do threading. Don't I know what all you guys think when you are looking at the mirror? Not that completion I am talking about. Start being a sincere catalyst for others' reality. When you start thinking and feeling for others' reality, I tell you, the amount of energy you will expand. You will express. The amount of energy you will radiate. Chalo. You will become like a Kala Bhairava. Whether you are sitting with your office team or your house team or your business team, be sincere catalyst for others' reality. I am really telling you. Don't ever have the doubt others will exploit you. Complete with that incompletion. If you have somebody has exploited you and they may exploit you, complete with that and drop. Don't create the space for others exploiting you by holding on to that incompletion. Complete with that and drop. Because you have a feeling others will exploit you, people who exploit you will come to you. If you complete with this, you will complete with that. Be sincere catalyst. Actually, first he has stolen, and then we gave the complaint to police. He confessed to the police and saying, yes, I only stole. I'll pay the money back. Please don't put me in jail. Don't arrest me because my son is getting married, his marriage will stop. He came and cried. Then when I heard, all right, poor fellow, his son's marriage will be stopped and his whole life will be destroyed, don't do it. Leave him, it's okay. After all, he is telling, he is accepted, he has stolen and he will pay it back. Leave it. I just left it. Suddenly we saw, a few days before, again this fellow has stolen something more and ran away. Then somebody, some Swamis who live around me, who take care of administration, they came and asked, Swamiji, see your compassion. That time itself we could have arrested him and we would have got back what he has stolen and further stealing would not have happened. See, because of your compassion, we lost this. I laughed and said, don't even bother. The whole thing is created because of my compassion. This whole Sangha itself is happened. The thousands of this whole thing has happened only because of my compassion. In this million thing happened, only one small thing is lost. So, never ever question the power of my compassion. And the power of my compassion is capable enough to protect itself without getting exploited. And I am telling you guys now, whatever you have stolen, we will get it back, you will see. Because I trust my power of compassion. I trust the power of my compassion. I trust my power to trust. I trust my power of compassion because it is from the space of completion. I told, what is there? Yes, he has stolen little something, but he has stolen little from this Sangha, this huge Sangha, one small bit he has stolen. But this huge Sangha itself has happened only from my power of compassion. Please understand, this Sangha has not happened from my power of oration, neither from my any other powers. It is purely my power of love and compassion. I may have so many different powers. All those powers have created different things. My power of oration has created a lot of fronting material, brain candies. My power to heal has created a lot of devotees. My power to materialize has created a lot of curiosity people. To look at me. So each one of my powers have done different work. But it is my power of love and compassion that created this Sangha. That forms the basis of this Sangha. I may train you guys with from the context of compassion. The context is not hatred. Context is compassion. Yesterday to one of my Swami I was telling, after seeing her horoscope, I doubted she may have some disease. So I told her to go to the doctor and have complete diagnosis. That time I was telling, I may scream, tell you to work, that is different. But when it comes to this, I'll protect you, I'll save you, I'll heal you. I will not let even grahas to take my sannyasis. They are my sannyasis. They may fall from the context inside, that being my disciple or being my sannyasis, they may fall. But as long as outside they are with the Sangha, I'll continue to bring them back to the context and protect them. That is why I tell you guys, never ever leave the Sangha. Never ever imagine of leaving the Sangha. Then you give a big statement that I have nothing to do with you, you have nothing to do with me, then I cannot interfere. I'll have to, okay, what to do? From the distance, I'll have to show my sympathy and compassion and keep quiet. But as long as you are in the Sangha, I will not let even grahas touch you guys. I may train, but purely from the context of compassion and love. In traditional Indian medicine, there was a kind of a treatment. Even in South, it was very popular. If you go with some wound, with pus infection, the doctor will put fire around that wound. He will burn that around that wound. You will see it will be completely healed. In Tamil there is a verse, Teenal suttapun ul aarum. Means if you burn the wound, inside it will be healed. All the pus infection, everything will come out and from inside it will be healed. But unfortunately people give a wrong interpretation. Even if you are burnt by fire, it may be healed, but not by the word. That verse is misinterpreted. But you need to know, Teenal suttapun ul aarum. When you burn the wound, it will be healed from inside. When a doctor puts fire around your wound and burns it, he doesn't hate you. He does it because he loves you. Understand I have seen one old man in my native village. He will have that turmeric, raw turmeric, the root turmeric. In Tamil we call it Verali Manjal. He will burn that and put it around the skin where the wound is. In 2 days it will be all right, completely all right. But when he is burning naturally, it will pain. You will do all that, you will throw tantrum. I am leaving, let him live with whatever he thinks as a good people. I don't want such a silly abuse from God. If you accept somebody as God, whatever he gives, how can it be silly? If you think it is silly, you are silly. Listen. Being a sincere catalyst for others' reality brings layers and layers of completion into you. Now, how you have layers and layers of incompletion? Like that, you will accumulate layers and layers of completion. I bless you all to accumulate layers and layers of completion. Layers and layers of completion. Punya. Blessings. I bless you all. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility and enriching with eternal bliss. Nityananda. Thank you.
Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Nityananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999. www.nityananda.org. www.youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation.